security buyers tend to be skeptical, right? I mean, that's the nature of their job. They're paid to be asking questions, and as a consequence, if you have this perfectly crafted 5-star review, a lot of times people might look at that and say, hey, I wonder if that's really true, or if the vendor kind of wrote this themselves, etc. Right? Especially when it's something that came out of the vendor itself. So in our case, it came out of a wake. I think one of the advantages of working with an independent third party, right, that can validate these reviews, is it gives us that sort of credibility that this is not something that we as the vendor have doctored and kind of tied all the bows neatly in place. No technology, no product is really going to be perfect in every aspect, right? There's always going to be something that the customer wants more, and what we look for in those 4-star reviews is really to see, okay, what is it that the customer is going to be delighted by to move them towards that 5-star, right? What are the things that maybe we can incorporate into our roadmap? So we use that actually to then drive the follow-on customer conversations as well. So we don't just look at a 4-star review and say, who cares about it, or hey, we dropped the ball. Let's use that as a way to kind of drive further product development. So what we've done is, we train the sales team and the marketing team on how to use these reviews and how to talk about them. And then in terms of the founders and the product teams, we definitely want to take it personally, right? We want to look at, okay, what was the critique here? And it really spurs a follow-on conversation with the customer to say, hey, we saw your comment there. Here's some things that we're working on the roadmap, or hey, were you aware of this particular feature? So we actually had a case where something popped up in one of the reviews where the feature already existed, the customer was just not aware about it. And so when we reached out and we educated them about it, they were like, oh, great. And I'm so glad I had that conversation because now I know about this capability that I can use. So I think, you got to take these in a very positive light, because, if you get 1 and 2-star reviews, obviously you've got a problem, right? But I think, when you're getting the 4 and 5-star reviews, some of them are going to be 5-star because, the customer really loves you. And the 4-star reviews, the customer still really loves you, but they want you to get better on this, that, or the other. And I think that's actually a great way to get feedback into the product.